The Spanish flu, also known as the influenza pandemic of 1918 to 1920, was one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. It infected an estimated 500 million people worldwide, about one-third of the world's population at the time, and killed between 50 to 100 million people, with some estimates suggesting a death toll as high as 150 million. The pandemic had a profound impact on the world, leading to social, economic, and political upheavals that lasted for years. The origins of the Spanish flu. The origins of the Spanish flu are still unknown, but it is believed to have originated in either the United States, China, or Europe. The virus was first detected in the spring of 1918 in military camps in the United States and Europe, and it quickly spread throughout the world. The name Spanish flu is a misnomer as the pandemic did not originate in Spain. However, the Spanish press was the first to report on the outbreak due to their neutrality during World War I, and their coverage made it seem like the disease was more prevalent in Spain. Spread of the virus. The Spanish flu was highly contagious and spread rapidly through human contact. It was also exacerbated by the movement of troops during World War I, which helped to spread the virus across the globe. The virus mutated several times during its spread, and the second wave of the pandemic, which began in the fall of 1918, was particularly deadly. Symptoms and treatment. The symptoms of the Spanish flu were similar to those of other strains of the flu, but they were often more severe. The virus caused fever, chills, coughing, and body aches. In severe cases, it could lead to pneumonia, which was often fatal. There was no cure for the virus, and treatment was limited to bed rest, fluids, and pain relief. Impact on society. The Spanish flu had a profound impact on societies around the world. It affected not only public health but also the economy, politics, and culture. Governments were forced to take drastic measures to slow the spread of the virus, such as implementing quarantine measures and shutting down public gatherings. These measures often had a devastating impact on the economy, as businesses were forced to close and workers were unable to go to work. The pandemic also had an impact on the political landscape. In many countries, including the United States, the government's response to the pandemic was seen as inadequate, leading to a loss of public trust. This loss of trust had consequences for politicians, and many were voted out of office as a result. The Spanish flu also had a cultural impact. It was a major theme in literature, art, and music of the time, and many works were created that reflected the devastation of the pandemic. The virus was also responsible for changing social norms, as people became more aware of the importance of personal hygiene and cleanliness. Lessons learned. The Spanish flu pandemic had a lasting impact on public health policy. It led to the establishment of the World Health Organization and the development of the first flu vaccine. It also highlighted the importance of public health education and preparedness, as well as the need for international cooperation in responding to pandemics. Conclusion. The Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 to 1920 was a global disaster that affected millions of people around the world. It had a profound impact on society, leading to economic, political, and cultural upheavals that lasted for years. Although the pandemic occurred over 100 years ago, its lessons are still relevant today. The importance of public health education, preparedness, and international cooperation in responding to pandemics cannot be overstated.